There are people who think like me and look like me. I'm intrigued, Tony, at this stage in your life, what do you look for in a friend? I'm intrigued.
In a friend?
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Most of my friends are people that are unbelievably driven to contribute. I mean, I think, you know, if you want an extraordinary life, like, you don't have to do that much to have a good life for yourself. So it's like most of us, if you find something you care about more than yourself, and I know you know what I'm talking about, Jay,
Yeah,
and you want to serve something, like you and I both, I think, see what we do as a calling, is testing. I was never a person that, like, kind of like you with your wife, right? I'm going to do this thing. And then in order to perform, I learned every biohack. But like, I don't want to get in the system and get measured. But today, there's some amazing tests. So like, I used to be afraid of cancer. There's a brand new test. The one thing in common in the book I should mention is, I tell you all these stories of these amazing human beings that have created these breakthroughs. And what they all have in common, these huge breakthroughs, some of which took 20 or 30 years and are just now available, they all lost somebody. They lost a wife or a husband or a child or a close patient, and it drove them not to accept the standard of care and find a new solution. We had a gentleman that came to one of our centers, and he had already had his physical, and his wife said, I want you to have the very best. And he's like, I've already done. He had a really negative attitude about it, which we understood. And one of the docs said, listen, let's do the Grail test on you. He'd already had urinalysis, blood tests, traditional physical, and the guy ended up having bladder cancer. But it was really early stage.
You caught it early, right.
So it was a 20-minute outpatient procedure. He has no cancer. If he wouldn't have caught it, you got a real problem. You can overcome a lot with your psychology.
Correct.
Right? I was doing the same thing with mercury in my body.
Correct. But I was thinking, imagine if my body was there too. Like, just imagine what would be possible.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I love what you've done with this book, Life Force, because that's what it's placing emphasis on.
Yeah.
It's like, go get tested, go check it out. I love how you use the language of coaches, not commanders.
Yes.
Right? Like, you're not saying to anyone, this is exactly what to do and this is how to do it.